What does football mean to you?
Football to me is a way to connect with my friends, to see really cool moments, to just overall, have a good time and be in a really fun atmosphere and a really cool game that I like to watch.
What does football mean to you?
I would say it's just like another sport, I don't have any personal connection to it. Some of my friends used to play it, they play it now and back in high school, so I don't have any connection to it.
So what does football mean to you?
Absolutely nothing.
Have you ever played football?
I have not played football, actually.
Why is that?
Because I grew up around the world and American football isn't really popular, but soccer is. And nobody really cared about American football where I lived, in countries that I lived.
Have you ever played football?
Physical football, no. I would like play catch and stuff, but not like ever like in a physical game. I would never play football.
So have you ever played football before?
No, not really.
Unless you're a fan, do you have any teams that you go for?
I like watching all the highlights of the NFL. I think the NFL is a great league. I like the teams that I support. I support two. I support the Texans and I support the Steelers. Because my dad is from Houston and I like the Texans are really cool. The Steelers is because I have a favorite wide receiver, George Pickens. But,
So who introduced you to football?
Probably my little cousin first taught me about football when he got like his Madden game. Yeah, so it was like the 2015 Madden.
Anyone ever introduce you to the game, or you just found out over time?
I just found out one day over Thanksgiving. I just saw it on TV, like when it was a Super Bowl happening. That was it.
Who introduced you to football?
I don't think I can really pin it on point to one specific person. I think it was more kind of an event that really led me to start watching football a bit more. So the first time I actually ever watched a pro football game was, or it wasn't a pro football game, it was just a football game, was the home opener in my freshman year of 2023. I really enjoyed it. I didn't really know what was going on, and so that kind of enticed me and wanted to learn more about the game and what was going on. And since then, I love watching it, and I really feel connected to a lot of people here in the U.S. and in the college that I watch.
If you can call yourself a fan of the game, do you have a favorite team, or you just watch it when it's on TV?
I was a really big fan of the team where I was from, so the 49ers. But I've changed it over time, to the Broncos or something like that. Or whatever team's winning, honestly, whatever game I'm watching.
And now that you watch the game and know what it's about, has it affected or changed your life in any sort of way?
Changed my life? I don't know. I think in terms of sports, I think it's definitely given me a lot more moments. I've met some people through football, like you. I met a bunch of guys on the football team. It's also in terms of, I write for the Round Table here on campus, and I think it's allowed me to kind of explore the team here and really get close with its players and talk about what the strengths of the football team here are and what the weaknesses are. I'm also a pretty avid supporter of going to the games here, and I really find enjoyment in watching college football, and I really like to write about it and see it in the paper, and I just want to be a part of football here in any way that I can.
Has football affected your life in any sort of way?
Has football affected my life in any way? Not really. I've seen how football have affected people on campus, but not me personally. So, no.
Has football changed your life in any sort of way?
No, not really.
So why does football not interest you?
Why does it not interest me?
Yeah.
I understand the whole concept, but watching it can get boring. Sometimes the games just don't make sense to me, so I'm just I just watch something else. I would prefer basketball. That's just me.
So football to me is obviously more than just a game. I've been playing this sport my entire life, and it's done so much for me than I could ever explain. It's put me in great positions, and currently it's putting me in college, and it's what's getting me through college. I wasn't always the most in the books kid, so something to motivate me to continue to get in the books was football. If you don't pass, you don't play, so I have to pass my classes and so I can play the game that I love. It's taught me many lessons on leadership, how to be a better person, how to treat others. This game has taught me so much, and and it still now is teaching me even more things that I never thought it was capable of. It's made me a better person, and football isn't just a game. The reason I play football is because I just grew to love it, every single detail about it. And the position I play is quarterback, so I fall more in love with the game because of that. I understand defenses, I understand offenses, I understand how it only takes one play to mess up an entire drive, or it only takes one play to really lose the game. The shift in momentum, how you can play a good team with a bunch of guys who are talented, but it can be anyone's day. It's in any given Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and if you go out there with the right mindset, you can go out there and win. So the reason I play football is because I like the underdog. I like winning. And so I'm not the best at basketball or these other sports, but when it comes to football, I say I'm pretty gifted at it. So being able to play it at another level, and throughout my life there's always this burning fire inside of me that wants to win every game, every rep, every series, every drive, to show that I'm the best. I'm not the tallest, I'm not the strongest, I'm not the fastest, but I'm going to show you why I'm better than you. Another reason I play football is because of my father. My father was a good inspiration when I was growing up, and we always watched football games together, and he was in love with Peyton Manning. It was his favorite player while we were watching, and I grew to love Peyton Manning too, and I also grew to love the position of quarterback. I love what the quarterback does. I love his leadership. I love how the quarterback is that guy. He can be the reason why your team is good or the reason why your team is bad. All the attention, all the spotlight is on the quarterback. And that's another reason why I play the game. Internally, I have this egotistical mindset that I want to be the best. I want to play at the highest level. I want to show that I'm that guy. I want to be the reason the team can win no matter what. So because of my father and his love for Peyton Manning and respect for his game is what gave me the motivation and the idea to go out there and play for myself. And I didn't play quarterback right away. I remember in Pee Wee I tried out for it in jeans, and I failed. I didn't get the spot, and I ended up playing O-line, D-line, corner, safety, fullback, every other position besides the one I wanted to play. So it was a struggle at first, but I still had fun with every aspect of the game, because then that was another lesson that taught me how every position on that field matters no matter what. And there's so many aspects of this game that I fell in love with and I had to learn about when I was playing every other position besides the one I wanted to play. Every aspect of the game intrigues me. It intrigues me so much. The very first person that introduced me to football was my grandfather, or my grandparents. We were watching the game together, and since we're from Texas and I was born in the Dallas area, we were obviously Dallas Cowboys fans, and from there is when I got introduced to the game, and baby me would have like a bib that would have Cowboys on it, or I would wear some cowboy pajamas. And then I guess ever since then that logo was in my head, so every time I looked at the TV and I saw the game, I'd be like, oh, I guess our team's playing. And as a kid, my grandpa introduced me to that, and he showed me how the game worked. He kind of taught me how everything worked out, and from there, I guess my father, as I was talking about earlier, further had my mind invested into the game. So that's who introduced it to me. And then another cool story is who taught me how to throw was actually my mom. So out of everyone who showed me the game and showed me to it, the first person to actually teach me how to play it was my mother. God bless her. I love my mom so much, and she searched up the Drew Brees video. I remember that. She claims that she just knew it off rip, but she searched up how to throw a football, and it was a Drew Brees YouTube video back in the day, and it was him how he was holding the laces and how he was throwing the football, and that's who really taught her to teach me. But yeah, my mom taught me how to throw the football. We were in the house. I remember I was throwing it. We were in the kitchen in the dining room, and I had this little foam football, and I was throwing it back to my dad. And shout out to my mom for teaching me how to play the game and how to throw a football, because now that one little lesson has her little boy in college throwing the football at a collegiate level. And shout out to my mom. Football has affected my life so much up to this point. As I was talking before, this game has really grew me as a man. I've become a better man than I would have been without the game. I'm telling myself right now, some construction worker or some guy going to community college, if I never knew football. It taught me lessons that I would have never taught myself or learned outside of the game, of how to take care of myself, how to take responsibility, how there is really bad consequences for my actions, and it can be physical or it can be in real life where it affects how the timeline of my life will go. So it's taught me so many things, and it's made me a better leader, and it's made me more proud of who I am, and it's given me so much confidence. Before the football, I was some little nerdy geek that just didn't know how to talk to anyone, was shy. But ever since I found a family in football that accepted me, I could feel like I could truly be myself, and that happened in middle school and high school and still in college, where I still feel like I can be myself no matter who's around me, and that's because I grew up in a family atmosphere. And being an only child, it was hard. It was hard to make friends, and then hard to, always be home and alone half the time. And so once I found football, I found a sense of community and family and coaches and players that are my brothers to this day. So it's taught me so many things. It's given me a lot of things, and I'm just so thankful for it. And yeah, I mean, football sucks at times. It's hard to love the game because football doesn't love you back. That's what I've learned the past couple years, is as much as you love the game, it has no obligation to love you. So, but the game does respect you. So I've learned that the more time you put into the game, the more you continue on doing the right things, the more the game will respect you and give you an opportunity to go out there and show what you can do. And that's what I slowly came to learn, is that the game doesn't love you. It's unfair. It could take your season, it could take your whole career in an instant, but it could also jump boost your career with one play, with one game, with one win. So it's a hard battle. It's a hard battle that I've faced my entire life, and but it's taught me to be better. So I'm so thankful for the game still, even though it doesn't love me back, but I'm just so thankful for it. My football comparison. It's funny, but I think I'd pick like, I guess 3 guys, because I feel like I can throw the ball and sling it the way Tony Romo does. I grew up watching him, and I grew up wanting to become Tony Romo, so he was he's a guy I looked up to a lot, and that type of game inspired me, and it kind of inspired my throwing motion. So I would say my NFL comparison would be Romo, and how I throw the football and how my footwork is. I say, like, if we're looking at height and size, I'd say Kyler Murray or Drew Brees. Drew Brees was a pocket quarterback, nice arm, good accuracy, and I try to mirror his game as well. Short guy, so he has to see over the line and look through windows, and then a little bit of Kyler Murray because he's a short guy too, and I kind of have not a similar throwing motion, but the same type of extension and like follow through when I'm done throwing the football. And obviously his quickness and mobility. I'm not as fast as Kyler Murray, but I think in the pocket I find these lanes and avenues to escape from getting killed by this 6'5", 280 guy. So So yeah, I have to say those are my comparisons. But if I wanted to fall with one, I'd say Tony Romo.